In this video, we're going over my top luxury neighborhoods in Hampstead, North Carolina. Let's go. What's up, guys? I'm Avery. I'm with the Legacy Group at eXp Realty, and as much as I love making these videos for you guys about all things living in Eastern North Carolina, I would love even more to help you with your real estate needs. So the phone number and email address popped up on the screen. That is the best way to get in contact with me, whether it's call, text, email. I am the one that responds to all the calls, texts, and emails, and I would love to have a conversation and see how I can best help. But without further ado, guys, today we're discussing my favorite luxury neighborhoods in Hampstead, North Carolina. A lot of people choose Hampstead for the school district, for the proximity to the beaches, for the proximity to Wilmington, the bigger city, but also because of the variety of homes that you can buy in the area. And so today we're highlighting some of those neighborhoods that give you that luxury feel, but maybe are a bit different than traditional luxury homes. So let's dive into it. The first neighborhood to discuss today is my personal favorite, Sloop Plantation. Now, the reason I love this neighborhood is because it's tucked away off of Sloop Point Loop Road, and it offers such a variety of homes. Everything from a traditional farmhouse to coastal farmhouse to coastal craftsman and everything in between. This neighborhood truly epitomizes custom building. Not only that, but it has large lots. We're looking at 3/4 of an acre plus on every single lot. So you have space to spread out. You have some elbow room. You can put a pool in your lot if you want to, and you're not right on top of your neighbor. These homes range anywhere from about 3,000 square feet all the way up to 8,000 square feet. And yes, that is also with an ADU, maybe an in-law suite over the garage or something to that effect. There is added square footage there as well. And so in addition to that, you have very minimal HOA fees. However, you do have boat slips. So there's a shared walkway that goes down to Virginia's Creek. You do have your boat slip and a lift that will come with the house. So depending on the size of the boat and how deep the water is, you could throw your boat in there and just have yourself a day whenever you want. Now, some of these homes have water views of Virginia's Creek and some are interior lots, but they do have those boat slips that you can take advantage of and park your boat out there. And one of the other reasons that I really like this neighborhood, as I alluded to, I said space, right? There's a lot of space. You have elbow room between you and your neighbors, but you also have mature trees that surround the neighborhood, which is kind of hard to find in newer neighborhoods. A lot of these new neighborhoods get all of the trees chopped down and then they sandwich these houses next to each other. Personally, I don't like that. I prefer trees and mature landscaping. And so Sloop Plantation really does a good job of having those trees that hang over the street and really give people that seclusion. Now, it's rare that these houses come on the market, but right now there's a few, and they're anywhere from $1.9 million all the way up into the $3.4 million range. So if you have that kind of money and you're not afraid to drop a couple $1,000,000 on a house, this is a wonderful neighborhood. Big houses, big lots, you're on the water, you can have your boat, and you're not extremely inundated by HOA fees, all of these rules, and so on and so forth. So this neighborhood, like I said, is my personal favorite in the Hampstead area for those reasons. But I think if you were just to drive through, you would probably get the same sense. Now, neighborhood number 2 is one of the newer neighborhoods that's being built right now in Hampstead, and it's called Eastwind. It is off of Sloop Point Loop Road, and it backs up to the intercoastal waterway. And the reason it's called Eastwind, at least I think, is because you do have an eastern wind that comes onto shore. And yes, that area is pretty windy, or it can be anyway. But Eastwind is a new neighborhood. There's 3 different builders in the neighborhood, each of different caliber, and they each offer something a little bit unique. But the neighborhood is going to be pretty small. I mean, I would guess that by the time they're done with it, there's maybe 80 homes in there, maybe 100. But really, it's not going to be a Goliath of a neighborhood. These homes are big homes. You're looking at 2,000 to 4,000 square foot homes. Some of them might even be a little bit bigger. And it does have direct water access. There is a little dock and gazebo that you can walk out onto and enjoy the water. Maybe, throw some crab traps down, go fishing with the kids, whatever. But it's a great proximity to everything that you want in Hampstead. It's a great proximity to Topsail Island and proximity to Wilmington. But my major complaint about this neighborhood is that there are no trees. It is one of the neighborhoods that just got chopped down, and now they're building houses right next to each other and planting these itty bitty little trees. And so take that for what it's worth. If you want a little bit of privacy, really not going to get it in this neighborhood, but it is beautiful nonetheless. And prices in this neighborhood go anywhere from about $650,000-ish all the way up to about $1.7 million. And so there's still opportunity to build from scratch in this neighborhood. So if you are looking at building from scratch, reach out to the phone number and email address down below. I do have relationships with these builders, and I'd be more than happy to help you and potentially get you some concessions, credits, some sort of promotion on that build. But this is nice for that person that wants that mid-tier budget. You know, like I said, $650,000 up to about $1.7 million. Wants water access. Maybe you don't need to be right on the water, and maybe you just don't care to have all of the trees and that kind of thing. You can do pools, you can have a shed, but it is pretty clear cut. Now, neighborhood number 3 is probably my second favorite on this list, and it is Pecan Grove. Pecan Grove has 2 sides to it. It has the original side that's a little bit older, and then it has the newer side that houses the clubhouse, the pool, the tennis courts, playground, and all of the amenities. And honestly, you do get 2 totally different feelings from each side of the neighborhood. So Pecan Grove is right off of Sloop Point Loop. The newer side is on the north and the older side is on the south. But the southern side, the original side, has pecan trees that hang over the streets. The homes have a little bit more character to them, and you do have really great sized lots. The streets do also have roundabout circles that have fountains in the middle, just giving it a really nice aesthetic throughout the neighborhood. But the new side with the newer homes, it is a little bit more clear cut. Not completely. You do have trees in the backyard and that kind of thing, but not nearly as much as the original side. Now, as you drive through the new side, you can absolutely tell that this was a different phase. The newer side has a little bit more of your coastal farmhouse style, and they are completely decking out the backyards with in-ground pools, nice patios, retractable awnings, things like that, things that really preserve value in homes and make it desirable for a certain lifestyle. But this side is not completed yet. In fact, one of my clients is under contract on a lot right now for $359,000, and the other lots that are available, some more desirable, some less desirable, but they're right around that same price as well. So if you're looking to build on the newer side, you can do so right around that $360,000 number. You can buy the lot. And like I said earlier, the HOA does provide a pool, a playground, tennis courts, a fitness center, a clubhouse, and it does have a little dock and gazebo on the waterway that residents can walk out, drop their crab traps, go fishing, hang out on the water, or drop their kayaks in. Homes in this neighborhood are really good size homes, anywhere from about 2,500 square feet up into the 5,000 or 6,000 square foot mark. and they're trading anywhere from about 800,000 all the way up into the 2.5 million range. But like I said, this is, again, one of my favorite neighborhoods because of the aesthetics, because of the styles of homes, and the lot space that you can get in Pecan Grove. And the location, I mean, it's right next to Eastwind, so you really can't beat it in terms of proximity to 17, Wilmington, Surf City, anywhere you want to go. It's really good proximity. And the next neighborhood that I really like is the Harbor at Somerset. Honestly, I fell in love with this neighborhood earlier this year when I sold a house to a client, and we got the house for about $50,000 under what they were asking for it. And in addition, the house next to my client's was actually for sale, and it was an incomplete new construction project. And about a year ago, I had the opportunity to buy it and finish out the build. And for whatever reason, I hesitated a little too long and it got scooped out from under me. And now it's on the market for $1.25 million, and it is absolutely stunning. But with that said, the Harbor at Somerset is really a nice neighborhood. It's quiet, not a lot going on. There's really no amenities. You do pay $318 a year for common area maintenance, but really in this neighborhood, you're paying for elegance. There's a lot of brick style homes that look very, very stately, nice, big manicured lawns. You do have some tree separation and just very big houses, some of which have an elevator, like the one my clients bought this year. And so one of the other reasons I really like this neighborhood is because it's so close to Kiwanis Park, literally right across the street, but then it's also super close to Harbor Village Marina, which has boat slips available for purchase. So if you're into boating and you need a place to keep your boat and take it out on the nice summer days, this neighborhood is fantastic because it's only a couple minute drive. Now, this neighborhood is a little bit more of like middle of the road price point. We're looking at really about mid 600s up to about $1.5 million or so, depending on, you know, the quality of the house, the interior finishes, so on and so forth. But it's really a nice, luxurious neighborhood. It feels very stately, but it's very quiet and well maintained, and just one of those neighborhoods that you feel good driving into on your way home from work. And that brings me right around the corner to Harbor Village Marina. Harbor Village is an incredible small neighborhood. These are a little bit more of your pricier homes. They're around $2.5 million, but they are a little bit more coastal. You don't get nearly as much space in terms of your lot size, but these homes are very coastal feeling, very well built. Some of them more modern, some of them a little bit more old school, but you're living on the marina. So if you're a boater and you like boating into the intercoastal waterway or maybe even out into the deep sea, this neighborhood is incredible for it. Pretty much anywhere you are, you're gonna have views of the water, and that's just the lifestyle that you're gonna be living. Like I said, these homes are around the $2.5 million range, some in the mid $1 millions, but as you get onto the water, you are $2.5 million plus. But homes in Harbor Village Marina really don't come available too often. Right now, there's a couple on the market. If you are interested at seeing that inventory, shoot me a text, a phone call, or an email. I'd be happy to send those listings over to you. There's a couple incredible houses on the market that I would love to show to you guys. So if you are interested, give me a holler and I would love to set those up. All right, and moving on to Salters Haven. Y'all have probably seen one of my videos on Salters Haven, but it is one of the more popular, luxurious neighborhoods in Hampstead, North Carolina. Salters Haven is on the very southern side of Hampstead. The HOA in Salters Haven is just shy of $1,500 a year, and it is a big neighborhood. Not as many trees, but you do get really sizable homes, really nice, well-built homes, and decent lots. They're about a quarter acre or so, some smaller, some a little bit bigger, but it's just a really well-manicured, nice neighborhood. It is also family friendly because you have the clubhouse and the massive zero entry pool, which also makes it nice for retirees who don't want to do the steps. But Salters Haven is also known for its marina, and that is one of the benefits that the HOA offers. However, you do buy the slips. And so slips are available to purchase, but Salters Haven is a boater's dream. It's also if you just want a nice upscale neighborhood with a community clubhouse and a community pool. You can get homes in here anywhere from about 2,200 square feet all the way up to about 6,000 or 7,000 square feet. And the price range is about mid 700,000s up to $4 million, which one is on the market right now for about $3,996,000. And you do, at that price, obviously get an incredible home. However, Salters Haven is a little bit more of your newer, modern, new construction. You do have these really, really nice infinity pools, modern coastal looking houses, and a couple of them have amazing views of the water. But for the elegance of Salters Haven, you know, being able to get in mid 700s and spend pretty much as you want, up to about $4 million, you know, this is a wonderful neighborhood, whether you're a retiree that's looking for waterfront living, whether you're a family where you want the clubhouse and the pool and stuff for your kiddos, or you're just, you know, young professional, maybe you're single, whatever, and just want a nice, elegant neighborhood. Salters Haven is a really, really clean-cut, nice neighborhood for all. But with all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something from it. If you're interested in any of the neighborhoods that I mentioned today, phone number and email address on the screen. That is the best way to get in contact with me. I would love to have a conversation and see how I can best help. But until next video, guys, peace. See you later. Bye.